I was born in southern China near Canton. My father actually came to the United States in the early 1950s. And so my mother and I and my brother were the only one in China. And we came over to the United States in 1961. Been living here in Massachusetts ever since. When I first came to the United States, I was 10. We lived in Roxbury. And at that time, there were three neighborhoods right around where we were living. One of them was all black housing project. One of them was all white Irish housing project. We were the only Chinese in the neighborhood. There weren't too much interaction between the different neighborhoods. I actually attended the Catholic grammar school at Mission Hill. Thinking back, I think I was naive about racial tension. I think I was very fortunate. I suffer very little. I don't think I have ever, until recently, suffered much racism that's against me. I studied Asian American, and I know that throughout American history, there have been anti-Chinese activities, during the mid-1980s, or the Chinese Exclusion Act. Certainly, the Japanese internment during the World War II. So after Trump became president, I had something hateful directed at me. Before that, in school, it was just minor, right? I mean, there's some kids came up and make fun of my eyes and things like that. At that time, I was walking down the street in Waltham, going to work, and a white guy actually pulled up in his truck right next to me and start yelling racial slurs at me. It was shocking in a way, and I sort of just kept walking. I'm from a Catholic upbringing. I always thought in the Bible where they say, Father, forgive them, but they don't know what they're doing. I sort of see that during that incident, Chinese or Asian American talking about themselves. But it's also that other people begin to understand what some of the prejudice was, some of the Asian hate, the reality, and some of the history of how those things came along. And just like I feel guilty sometimes because I don't think that I understand or learn about the Blacks' experience in America. But the fact that this whole situation is making me realize and learning more about other minority groups' experience in America. The pandemic and Trump had made me more sensitive, justified or not, more sensitive to things like that. Several of my friends in Boston protested in front of the State House. Even some of the people that I know were elderly, who traditionally very quiet, are more willing to talk about it. For myself, one of the things that trying to learn more about racism in my daily life, learn more about Asian American activities in Massachusetts. My interests are a little different before, and I think that now I think about more political activities. And I think that even maybe I'm even willing to go with a registration and some other activities that I'm more willing to participate. Chinatown restaurants did so poorly, during the pandemic. And employment went up quite a bit. And recently there was a study that shows that the percentage of Asian suffering from food insecurity went up from 5% in 2019 to about 13% in 2020. That percentage increase actually is higher than any other group that's in the study. And I know that I helped organize food distribution in Chinatown. And the other thing that was positive for me, and I think also for the Asian American community, I think a lot of them came up from the pandemic being more active and more willing to volunteer and donate either labor or money. The pandemic has brought out some of the worst in people. Still, I'm heartened by so many banding together to address the racism and inequity in our society.